Importing Excel records. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos from this channel. Also, subscribe and share. It will be helpful for the channel. In this tutorial, I will show you how to easily import Excel records. There's not much of coding to get the feature going. In addition to this feature, I will give you 2 bonuses to go with the feature. Be sure to watch until the end. There is one requirement for this task. We will need Microsoft Excel Object Library. If you have been watching my videos, anytime we work with Microsoft applications such as Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, we import its object library into our work environment. One benefit of this import feature is that we can download the Excel records into the Access database table. The downside, though, is the speed of reading each record. This ultimately would affect the performance if there are a couple of thousand records. But let me show you how this is done. Okay, let's start opening up our Access application. Create new database. And we are going to put these in our usual location, which is Access Projects folder. Here we're going to need to create new folder. How about, let's call it Import Excel Records. I think that's appropriate. Pop in there, and we're going to name this guy same name. Make it easy. Import Excel records. I'll just leave the plural out. Just records, fine. So here, let's go into our module, and here we're going to name. Now, if you want to name something else, that's fine by me. We're gonna call Excel DB access, and then in here we're going to create the function. Let's create function called import Excel complete, and then we're going to return a boolean. This is to let us know that the process is done. So towards the end, we're going to say import Excel complete equals true. It's done. So as I mentioned in the description, we are going to import the object library. So let's go to Tools, Preferences, and then let's scroll down to look for let's see, Microsoft Excel. Right, I think I just saw it, right? Okay, I passed it. There, Microsoft Excel 16 object library. So let's select that and click OK. Now we have an object to work with. So the Excel application, there are 3 things that needs to happen here. The first, we're gonna create an Excel application. So let's because being Excel application, let's call Excel application equals to new Excel dot application. Oh, my bad. That should be S. Oops. There. The second object we need to declare is the workbook. So let's call this Excel workbook as Excel.workbook. The third thing and the final parameters or the objects that we need is the worksheet. So we're gonna say Excel worksheet as Excel worksheet. There. Now this application object, well, let's do this first. Let's do the loop, and then we'll work on setting these objects. Let's do. We are going to loop until how about it's empty. Now empty is also a reserved a function built into the access. So we can say empty, and as you can see, the function requires an expression, which is a parameter or the variable. So in this case, we can say Excel worksheet dot how about sales, and then the sales needs the record ID or record number and the column that we are looking for. So in our case, okay, let's see how we're gonna. Okay, let's get back up there. Okay, we need one more bracket there, parentheses there. So we're gonna need one more. This will be a record counter. So let's say record counter. I'll let you spell things out. That way it's easy to identify. This will be an integer, and we are going to set this record counter, yep, equals to 1, being the first record. And here we can say record counter. That would be a row, and then we need a column. So we are going to detect the first column of that row. All right. So if that first column of that row is empty, then we're gonna stop. All right. That's how this looks like. All right. So now we need to set this guy up. We already set up this guy, so as soon as we call this function, this guy is defaulted to created. However, the Excel, let's say set Excel workbook equals, this will be the application itself. Application. How about open? All right. Let's see, application workbook. There. Open. There. And then here we're gonna need if you notice here, it looks for the path of that file. All right. The file name as string. You see there? That would be a path including the file name to that file. So here we can say val how about Excel file path? Yep, that sounds good. Excel file path as string. All right. So there, all we have to do is put Excel file path, and that's it. Now, the third and the final set is the worksheet. So then we can say set Excel worksheet, equals Excel. We just open our workbook. So now we can say, okay, so Excel workbook. Oh, yeah, workbook. There, I think I mistyped. Equals to worksheet. Oops, worksheet. And then we're gonna get the first worksheet. All right, one being the first worksheet. So if you're gonna import this in, just keep in mind we're working with the first worksheet only. All right. Now, if you want to work with the second worksheet, then you specify number 2, and so on and so forth. All right. So this would be that's that. Now we can just iterate through this guy. Okay. So here we need to increment all record counter. So once we're done what we need, we're just going to do, we just increment this guy until that first row is empty. So now what do we need is the let's see if we get something in here. I am going to pass in a by reference record, or just without that, that's fine. We're just going to say result as string. All right. So here, for now, we're just going to do this as a test. This being a function, we can just call this get this result. However, if you were to do this, you would want to use the insert statement to insert into a table, which I will give you later on. That is one of the bonuses. But for now, we want to get this function going before we continue with our work. So let's get this result. So I'm going to say result equals Excel worksheet sales, you see there, and record counter. First row, this will be a row, and then I just want to see something in there for now. So I'm just gonna get this first record. All right. Also, I want this guy to add a new line. Remember the carriage line, VB CR LF, the VB the carriage line. Now this would only replace the value. So to include the previous value, you just put the result in front, and then and that's that. So let's give this a test. Control S and save this guy. We're gonna give this a test and see if we get something before we continue. We don't want to go through working like this is as an agile programming. You want to test every function in a real small bits and make sure that small bits work before you continue with more logic. All right, so let's get this bit going. And I created a sample data here. All right, there's not much in here. Let me see. This guy, 1, 2, 3, there are 4 columns. All right, and there are only 16 records. Then we are interested in just getting it to work. Okay, so and this one has no header, so we're not going to worry about the header and all that. we are interested in this column right here, which is the grid, the ID. All right. So let's. I'm going to close that out. So we have this this sample data, XLSX. We're gonna come up here, highlight that, copy, and then pop back to our environment. And here, I am going to create a form designed. We're gonna need something to trigger our function. So let's add a button. Exit it out. Then let's see. I think this is good. Well, this is the button. How about text box too? This would be all results because we want to examine if the function does what it's supposed to do. All right. So I'm gonna take that label out and rename this name as txt result. Just a test. In the real environment, you wouldn't do this. And let's gonna give this guy a test screen. All right, and go ahead and rename this guy if you wish. Import Excel file, Excel file, and that's that. That's all. Oh yeah, we need to. Yeah, this is a good habit. Always rename your controls. It makes lives easier if you want to work with individual. You can just call me dot and it just pops right up. So this is called import. That's good enough. Capital I. Oops, missing a name. There. And that's good. Now we're going to go to the event tab and double click on that on click. The event procedure comes up and go to this dot. There. It pops into this event. Click. And pardon me, let me grab my coffee. It's 4:22 p.m. Saturday, October 10, and I'm still at it with my coffee. Black coffee is good for you, by the way. All right, let's and that's that. So now we are going to create a global variable here. Yeah, let's call this a private. Call this a private and call it a Excel file path. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was going to do this constant. Make that a constant. But if I did that, then the bonuses will have to change that for the bonuses. I have two bonuses I try to I'm going to show you later on. So as I'm doing this, I'm keeping in mind that there are two bonuses I need to give you. So we're going to call this Excel file path, and the path I just copy from there, and then backslash. I think I call it sample data dot xlsxs. That's it. All right. So if we have that name correctly, so oops. Yep, SX. Okay. So sample data SX. Okay. Let's change that back. Have that backward. SX. Okay, that's good. Now let's see if this works. All right. Fingers crossed. Here we go. So what we want to say if because it returns a boolean if xldb access, oops, one too many, import complete. See there, and that's the reason why I put the name as mostly past tense or just complete in this case. So this would be the file path, Excel file path, and then the result. You know what? For now, let's do this. I think that will work. then I think that will work. Or just put the messages in here. Yeah. Let's put done. Make it simple. BB info. Message. There. Let's see if this works. All right, cross fingers. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. So there you go. As you program, you start thinking, okay, what do I do with that one? I'm speaking to you, but my mind is still on that function. If you notice, so I'm still looking at it in my mind's eyes. You know what I did here, right? So in my mind's eye told me I need to get rid of these objects. All right, this is to reserve your uh, uh, I guess to dump your resource. Okay, so to dump your resource, meaning if you don't do this, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave that open, like this, and I'm going to show you if you don't do this, what will happen. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that out. Okay, and then you will see why. Because you need to know what's all happening. If you don't, yeah, if you're missing steps. So let me do as this, and then I'm going to show you why. All right, let's run this guy. Invalid use of null. Ta-da! Okay, that's all, no problem. So let's break that. Okay, and that's why I said I don't know if this might work. I said that earlier before because I normally do this way. Normally you would do this, all right, and that way you can come in here, or you can do the same thing. I guess you could just do this result equals there. I guess you could just do that. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah. So now it's not null. It's blank. It's nothing. It's not null. So I think that will work. We'll see. We'll find out, won't we? There you go. Done. Ta-da! So, but it did not give us anything here. Okay. Now, let me show you because I did not dump the resource. You go to right click on that taskbar, go to task manager. I'm going to show you, scroll down to background processes. And keep going. You see this right here? So it opened in the background to get the records, but you never close that thing. Now, if you ran this 2 times, you see 2 of them. 3 times, 3 of them. So this is going to clog up your resources. Let's do that one more time, just to show you what I mean. So we did it again. This time we're going to see 2 of them. All right. So let's pop back to the task manager. You see there? So that is the reason why when you create objects, you should always close the darn thing. All right, close the darn thing. Eventually, it's gonna keep spinning and run out of resource for that for Excel, and you're gonna wonder why it's taking so long, right? So that's the reason. Now let's pop back in here. So all we need is nice and simple. All we need is we need to close our workbook. All right, so we just say Excel workbook and close. How simple is that? Now this time, if we run it, you won't see that in the task manager. All right, so let's run this. Okay, now let's pop back into task manager. You don't see it. See there? You don't see it. It's gone. Okay, because that task manager window, it was right there, either before that or after that, because I did not change this guy, so it closed. All right, so that's what you want to do with your code. Now let's so as I'm speaking to you, my mind's eye or looking at the code. And I believe the reason why we don't get anything is because, here we go. See, in my mind, when you program a lot, you may be talking, well, at least I am, but I'm still focusing on my logic, you see. All right, it think it needs that value right there. All right, so let's continue. We're gonna click this guy. Oh, it didn't. What's going on? Well, you know what? Let's do this. We want to see what's going on. So this being the bar reference, it should put that guy it should give that guy something. So I'm going to stop right there and see. Well, actually, I'm going to stop right there first. All right. So right here it should be nothing. You see there? All right. And then I'm gonna let this go. Right here, F5. Okay. Now I want to look at this guy. There's something in there. We get a result. You see there? There's a result. Why did it not come out? Let's take a look. Why did it not come out? All right. So we know it's there. All right. We just looked at it in the code. And why did it not come out? I see. I think it has to do with this. Remember I said I normally do this. Well, let's do my normal stuff. Okay, as string. Right. And you know what? Right here, I did not declare the data type. Luckily, the access is pretty smart. It knows that I meant string. So to have a good habit, let's do this. Yeah, that is good. All right. So if you don't, yeah. By the way, if you don't declare the data type, that means it's a variant. It means the same thing as this. All right. And now variant can be anything. You see. Okay. So, but just to be a good coder. All right. So now we got a result. Okay. So we're gonna change that guy. Okay. And right there. And then when we get something, I think this it should it should just come out like so. All right. Okay. Now this time I'm not gonna break in there because we know we stop right here to examine the record, and we know there's data in there. So this time I'm gonna come over here. All right. I'm gonna break right there. Okay. All right. Let's see. Record number 4. Oh, no, no. There. You see there? So as I thought, I had never done putting a control in there, so it didn't work. All right. So that's just keep that in mind. All right. And today I just thought, hey, let's try this. But I had never done that way, like I said earlier. So, but this, I know this worked. You see. All right. So now let's continue. See there. All right. So as expected, I tried to put the control in there, and yeah, you should not put control in there. Anyways, but that's that. So we got something, all right. So our first task, our original project and task is done, all right. Now for the bonus, here for the bonus, all right. So you know what? For the bonus, I'm going to clear this. All right. So as soon as we come in here, we want to we clear that. Yep. All right. As soon as we come in here, we're doing this. Okay. So we're gonna add another sub get Excel records. All right. And that's all we need. And then we're just gonna copy this guy in there. You know what I'm thinking, right? Maybe. Okay, well, you'll see. I'm gonna delete that. All right, and then right here we're gonna say call get Excel record. Okay, so for now it's gonna look like that, but here is the bonus. Remember if the dialog window that I did earlier, if you didn't see that, be sure to go and look at that guy. So I'm gonna go in here. All right, I'm gonna grab me a dialog window function. All right, so I'm gonna grab this guy. So if you want to see how that works, just go ahead and just go ahead and go in there and see how I did that. Okay, so we're gonna get this guy and then rename this as anything that you will want. In my case, I'm going to call it general function. It makes life easier, and that's all we need. I'm gonna Control S, save that. Okay, exit that out, and here is where it gets good. So if I did this one, remember a constant, I could not pass it in here. All right. So what we want here is we want to say if general function file exists. See there, Excel file path. Then give me a delete there. Then do that. That's all. And now we can just get rid of this guy. That is bonus one. All right, that's bonus one. Let's see if that works. So once we click import Excel file, it's going to jump in here. We're gonna clear that text box, the result box, and then we're gonna call this guy. We know this guy worked, right? So now we're gonna call this guy. Okay. If you want to, you can take this guy out, this message box, but we should leave like that. We don't want to get too fancy with it. So we'll go ahead and do this. Oh, you know what? There, right? Okay. So there you go. Let's go to two. Yeah, you cannot. Yeah. This references is uh, not highlighted. We're gonna stop this guy and import our Office, Microsoft Office. Okay. So we got this Excel. Now we need the Office object at library. Okay. I explained that in the other video. So if you want to see, right there. Be sure to watch that video. It's gonna help you out. So now let's try that one again. There. Okay, let's go back to that file that we that I put in. It's on the bottom here. There. Double click on that guy. Ooh, about reference. About reference. Oh, you see there? That's fine. Okay, I know. Yeah. So there you go. This guy needs to be. This guy needs to never declare in here. You see there? So we need to move the whole thing here. Copy that. Either that or put that on the very top as a global. All right. But you don't want to do the global bunch of stuff. It's tacky. And if it's local, then it's local. So this is called local variable. So there you go. All we need is just to assign something to it and show the result. So that's it. Let's try that. Okay. Go back to that access projects. Scroll down. Double click on that dude. There you go. We're done. All right. We're done. Now it looked the same because the same file. But now what we can do, we know we have 4 columns in there. We can do this. Yeah, we can do this. let's copy the and, the whole thing there, and then go right in front of that ampersand and that. All right. So now we're gonna break this one. How about space double forward slash, something that will tell us, hey, that's you know, there are two of them in there. So I'm gonna put the continuation underscore there, and then add another one. All right. So I'm gonna add another one. Um, yep, yep. There you go. And underscore, because there are four of them. Remember? And then we're gonna paste in there. You see it? Yeah, something's not right up there. Yeah, so I need to go up there and put the ampersand in there. Oop, too far up. Right there. That's better. All right, and then we'll do the same thing. Continuation underscore. Control V. Paste what we did, and that's that. So now we're gonna get a column with that double forward slashes, and then just four items. So now we need to change this one to column 2, column 3, column 4. All right. Oops, did I miss something? Did I miss something? Gimme. Oh, no, that's right there. Oh yeah, my bad. Thinking miss there. There you go. All right. Okay, let's run this. Let's see how. Let's see if. All right. Back to the Access projects. Scroll down. Double click. There you go. You see how we did that one? So that is the bonus number 1, is to use the dialog window to select your file. All right. Regardless of what your file is, it will know. Okay. Now, bonus number 2. Okay. Bonus number 2. All right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and close this guy. Bonus number 2. We're gonna put this guy in a table. All right. Let's go to design. Let's call this a that's a quote. So we're going to make quote ID. All right, short string, because that ID is a grid. And then what is that one? Let me or title. All right, short string. And this is the point. This is the quote. Yeah. How about quote message? And then yeah, let's make a long text. And then the last column is the author. Okay, author. That's good enough. So, and we're going to make this an ID. Right click on that cell, on that row, and then primary, and then save. Let's put quote. That's good enough. All right. So this is a bonus 2. So because, you know, worksheet, if you want to import something, you want to import something, you know, I mean, just something. But you see how we did that? In a nutshell, that's how that works. That's how you import this stuff. So this is basically an import into our text box. All right. But now what we want to do is, let's add a variable here. I'm thinking out loud as well. Let's do a SQL as string. All right, we're gonna format our SQL equal. All right, insert into quote. All right, and then we're gonna need 4 items. All right, now luckily, let's look back in this. Luckily, all these are text, so we don't have to worry about the numbers and all that. So all we have to do is just go in here and just add those guys in there. So the first one is quote ID. title, quote, what do they call it, message, yep, and then author. Okay, let's see where we at, back there, message, and then lastly author. Oops, yeah, I think that's how you spell author. All right, we're not done yet. Now we need to put values in there. So the first value will be, I'm going to copy this guy right here, the entire thing. So the first value will be, oopsie, right there. What the heck? There. Not sure why it jumped to the bottom, but that's the first value. All right. Let's get a little fancy here. Make it readable. So I'm going to put quotation, quotation there, and then continuation. Hit enter. Put an ampersand in there, and then right there. All right. So be sure you put a space here and space here, just in case you want to, in case you have an accident. If these guys don't, if you don't have spaces here, you're gonna wonder what's going on, like so, cause that's like author and run into each other. You want to have space there, okay? So either the top or the bottom, doesn't matter. All right. So the values will be, now you can't just put like that, okay? You like so, there, and then right here, there, okay? So that's the first value. All right. Now we also need the second value, which n separated by that guy there. Oops. Okay, finger. All right. And then we're gonna do the same thing. Oh, not value, but this guy. All right. And comma. Oh, and 1, 2, 3. That's the third one. All right. And the last one, we need one more. There. Yep, we're done. Now we're done. So now let's grab this guy. Make that value a first column, second column, third column, and that's fourth. We're not done yet. All right. This being string, you have to put a quotation in here. So a single quotation. Come back over here. There. Open, close. Come over here. Open. And right there. Close. Open. Close. Close. Move up. Open. Close. So that's basically the SQL statement to insert. Okay, insert into quote these 4 items. All right. You know what? I'm going to space this out so it's legible. There you go. Quote ID, title, quote message, and author, and then the values. All right. The first column, second column, third, fourth column. All right. And finally, we are going to use current db execute SQL. That's all. That's all we need. See there. That should just work. Our fingers crossed. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm close this out. All right. So now we are saying, hey, go and import the Excel, and then we'll also return the result. Okay, let's look at it again. So This is the string. We're returning a result right there. And you know what? I'm gonna move that guy to the bottom. I'm glad I came in here. There. There. Oops. Well, actually, this shouldn't be there. It should be at the very last. There. So that's good. Now, if you want to do this, you can do this. You see, you can do whatever you want. I mean, it's just your preference, like so. That means the same thing. All right. So, but I'll put it in the bottom. We're gonna read the first record actually. Okay. All right. So there you go. That looks right. That looks right. And let's pop back in here and let's see if that works. We're gonna go there. I bet you what? We just filled out that table. Look at that. You see there? All right. Look at that. How about that? Okay. How about that? That's good. That's good. So that's how you import. All right. That's how you import your stuff. So now that works. Okay. Um, we can all get fancy with this import. You can have records displaying right here as a sub report. You know, recent import, for example. So it's all up to you how you want to do it. And there you go. There you have it. Two bonuses importing the Excel record. It's not that big a deal. It's not much. All right. It takes a little long as just because I'm talking. Other than that, you should be well. Yeah. Go ahead and put this to work in your application, and that's all for this task. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.